Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Michael Akahane from Duallist Project, and today I'm bringing you end of season commentary on KonoSuba, or in the full name Kono Subarashii Sekai ni Shukufuku. So, as always, let's ask the question: what is KonoSuba? It's an 10 episode long anime which aired in the season of winter 2016, and its main theme would be adventure and comedy and fantasy. So yeah, that's pretty much describing it just by the tags which are on the My Anime list or and the Annie list. Yeah, the studios. It was, if I believe, it was Studio Dean who did the anime, and it was produced by Nippon Columbia, and there was, I think, Kadokawa involved, but you can always look it up. Uh, so, what is KonoSuba? What it's all about? The thing is, KonoSuba is a pretty random show, to be honest. As I said in the mid-season commentary earlier on, Uh, it's full of randomness and just random things, and it makes an interesting comedy that way. Also, it plays with an overreaching theme of the anime is failure, and it goes to a certain limit where you're just like, oh, again, they failed again, and it's always a failure in a kind of funny way, or you know, it's not a failure as a total failure. Sometimes it is, but it's kind of a failure you can look back and say, "Oh, come on! Oh, seriously! Oh, how could have it turned this way?" So, you know, it's kind of this failure, and the story revolves around it, or it's an overreaching theme there. So the story goes that the main character is taken to another world, as being reborn after an tragic accident, where he virtually wanted to save a girl by being hit by a truck, which turned out to be a tractor and all geezer driving a tractor at really, really low speed, and the main character got an heart attack. That's episode 1 for you. Sorry for spoilers, but yeah, you see what I mean by failure? Come on, yeah, something like that. And it goes through the story. And before I continue on, this was just the first half of it, at least. There is a second season announced. I'll be doing doing more commentary on the second season, or what do I expect from it, and the end of it is video. But yeah, so there is going to be more, and I must say I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, what I was saying, the theme is failure, and in a really, really interesting way. And whoever wrote this must have been really well crazy in his or her head, because this thing is ingenious. How they managed it is just, or how they even came up with this in such a good way. I mean, it's a job well done. So let's be honest with that. Uh, Art style and music. I wasn't too overly. I mean, I wasn't disappointed, or I wasn't over taken aback by art and music. So it was just an average, and the average worked surprisingly well for the show. There, there were some flashy scenes, but especially when the Crimson Demon was casting explosion magic, and yeah, Uh, but it wasn't done overly, and I would say it's one of the standard driving, drawing, drawing styles nowadays, with not too many distinct points. But yeah, that's good. Standard work for it. That's a good thing and a bad thing as well. But it really let the story shine. Yeah, I mean, it let the other factors, the story writing, it let it shine. So uh, there wasn't too many things to collide, to crash. So yeah, characters. Uh, I have a favorite character in the series, and that's Megumin. She is one of the lead characters in, and she's part of the main protagonist group in the New World. Uh, she's a Chunibyo, and as again, I have slight attraction to these kind of characters, and yeah, and she's probably the most normal character out of the whole group of the female protagonists. Not all from the group, but I mean, except for the main male protag, but from his female companions, she's probably the most normal, even though she's a tunie, and and she's done in a really good way, which reminded me Takana Shirika from Chunibyo de Mokoi ga Shitai, and because Rika is one of my really most favorite characters, Megumin really struck the right point, and yeah, and managed to get my liking in this series. The other two characters are just come on, just two. One is how to put it nicely, um, attention demanding lady, and the other one is a masochist. She is a masochist, and quite a heavy one. So what you would call in Japanese doemu. So really high level one. So it's like okay, come on. Yeah. So character development wise, the main protagonist goes through some of at least some character development because it's supposed to be his show and he's supposed to be developing, and you can see that he's growing. The rest of the group is there is some character development, but those characters are already strong and already really stretched out in their directions. I wouldn't say can't grow, but yeah, they're already great. I don't want to say great characters, but they're already strong characters, and there is little potential to grow, and or the speed they grow is not that noticeable to the main protag. And yeah, yeah. Overall impressions, I would say this show was something I looked forward to watch when I was coming back from work, and after a hard day, I just needed to see something going wrong, and ending up in a funny situation, and I was really looking forward to it. And yeah, and because it was always hilarious. In the last episode, in episode 10, they announced a second season, so and I believe it's scheduled for the fall season of 2016, if I remember correctly. Yeah, probably yes. And yeah, so that was it. I would like to thank all the people involved in the project. This thing is a very interesting project, and yeah. So let me end with overall rating of 7, which I'll be putting for the my anime list page. This thing was a good one, but and it's struck the right place, says, and was good. So it was good. That's what I can say. If you want really a good laugh, that I would suggest to pick it up, and it's just 10 episodes long, second season coming. So yeah, okay, thank you for listening, and this has been Michael Akahane from Duallist Project, and I'll be bringing more stuff, more videos as it's end of a season. So keep tuned in for end of a season commentaries and some one sitting into videos. And see you later. Thank you for listening.